One of the outstanding traditional late summer, early fall activities in our Greeley area, and one that is really truly unique to the Greeley and surrounding vicinity of Weld County, is Potato Day, upcoming in mid-September. And joining me to talk about that particular event and all of the activities associated with that, Bill Armstrong. And Bill is the Department of Museums Curator of Education and Living History. Bill, nice to have you with us, my friend.
Well, thank you, Bob. I love being here. I love talking about Potato Day. This year will be unlike any other. There's a few surprises and some cool new changes in store to entertain everybody who comes out.
And one of those underlying changes that we want to mention up front, the sponsor of the activity, the Greeley Heritage Foundation.
That's correct. The Greeley Heritage Foundation, which was formerly the Greeley Friends of the Greeley Museums, changed their name last year, but this is the same old event. We want to continue this tradition and bring everybody out to Centennial Village Museum.
Well, I guess my tradition is when we talk about Potato Day, probably anybody who's lived in the local area for any period of time is familiar with the event, but it's been around for a little bit now, over a quarter of a century. Tell us a little about the history and background purpose of Potato Day.
Well, Potato Day harkens back to Potato Days, basically the first half of the 20th century that was a celebration of agriculture here in the community. And now we do it as a sort of festival of history and fun here at Centennial Village.
Well, we'll do this again toward the latter stages of our conversation, but for purposes of people planning, tell us the time and the date and the location of the event.
Okay, Centennial Village is right next to Island Grove Regional Park. You just simply make a left or right, depending which way you're coming, into the village arches and come and park on our parking lot. Come into the village. It is $6, regardless of age or status in the community, I guess you'd say. And with that $6, it pays for a wonderfully baked, fully stuffed potato. Eat until you're full, until we run out. I will warn you, though, the potatoes are popular. People do come, and we tend to start running low around 2 o'clock, and we still have 2 hours. But don't fear, we will have plenty of new food vendors serving other forms of potato goodness for a moderate price. We want to keep this very affordable for families and friends of the museum.
Okay, and the start to finish time and date?
Again, September 14th, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m., there will be a membership booth. This is a membership drive and fundraiser for the Greeley Heritage Foundation. If you are a member, you will experience the Potato Days a little bit differently. You'll get priority in certain lines. You'll get treats that people don't get. So it's part of that benefit of museum membership that we're so excited to present at Potato Day as a benefit to your membership for the year.
As you mentioned, a lot of opportunities for food offerings, including those potato highlighted menu items, I guess, if you want to put it in that sort of terminology. So come with your appetite.
Exactly. Also, too, while you're here, we want you to experience the past. Centennial Village is a living history museum. That means we will represent approximately 150 years of Weld County history. So you can experience the village, the prairie. If you take a stagecoach ride, you might be held up by stagecoach robbers. You could watch the United States Cavalry Buffalo Soldiers perform. There'll be 1940s World War II reenactors, period music, a magician, a kids' carnival where every kid wins a prize, and a few extra historical surprises which we're not going to divulge. We want you to come experience them for yourself.
Okay, well, that sounds intriguing and enchanting enough. Also, cowboy poetry, I think, amid the mix of activities.
Yes, cowboy poetry. Like I said, there'll be a wandering wizard for the children. They will also be... Well, again, I don't want to give away all the surprises. So come on out to Potato Day. We'd love to have you, and we'll see you there.
Okay. And I guess another thing, if we haven't already given you enough to talk about for your consumption purposes, root beer floats is an example.
Oh, yeah. I don't want to forget those. Root beer floats, watermelon, popcorn. And there will be also a couple new additions. Like I said, a lot of the food vendors that are coming out will have some sort of potato theme. We want to try and bring potatoes. But don't worry, if you don't like potatoes, Potato Day still has plenty of offerings where you don't have to eat a potato. We will probably have Mexican food, barbecue, a cowboy chuck wagon will be on site as well as our own cooking. And a few, again, surprises.
Well, and those historical depictions are really one of the highlights of the day in my mind.
Right. We're fully staffed with interpreters and volunteers who will depict everything from cowboy life, the era of the Civil War here in Greeley, it's the stagecoach. Our animals will all be in residence. We'll also do children's games, old-fashioned scrubboard laundry, blacksmithing, you name it, we have it here at Centennial Village from the past. So.
And one of the other attractions and reasons to attend Potato Day is certainly people can see the new art fence, and as well as the fence that surrounds the historical Montfort homestead that is on display here at Centennial Village, as well as take in all of the ambience of the village itself, still in prime form at that time of the year.
Correct. The flowers will all be still out. Looks like we'll have a nice warm day, not too hot if the forecast sticks around. And we will also have lots of opportunities for you to stroll and look at both sides of the art fence. They're identical, but we've now fenced the property in entirely, so you don't have to walk around the outside. You can stay within the confines of Centennial Village, have your historic experience, and munch that potato.
Bill, obviously people as usual can get activity updates online.
Correct. The city website, or GreeleyHistoryMuseum.com, look under the events section, and there's full details there.
Bill, as always, we appreciate your information and background. Thanks so kindly for your time.
Hey, thanks, Bob. We love Potato Day, and we love talking to the folks out there. Come on out and see us.
All right. Again, that's Bill Armstrong, who is the curator of education and living history for the Department of Museums in the city of Greeley, concerning Potato Day. That's Saturday, September 14th, 10 in the morning until 4 o'clock in the afternoon.